So welcome back to another Gacha React, and this time we got the Gacha DG2 talking about Wuthering Wave. It's not just a story game, and as you already may know, Wuthering Wave first target is someone who's like tryhard or combat style of player. You know what I mean? Like they have intro skill, outro skill, forte circular, something like that. There are so many stuff in Wuthering Way to learn because it's mostly highly focusedly or targeted to combat players, not story. They not mostly focused on story. Of course, their stories are good and storytellings are good, but their main priority is not just like mostly story. It's mostly combat players. You know what I mean? So based on this title, I can't wait to react to this, so let's see what the Gacha DG2 has in store for today.
Yeah, we need more drama in this community. Why can't we be like the Hoyo community and attack VAs for no reason in our free time?
Really? That's literally our intro. You know, it's so bad because that is literally true. You can say, oh, would they attack Chinese role VA? Bro, she's a part of the doxing. We all know that. And the whole shit tried to defend her and make the Kuro community look bad. You know what I mean? Like, we all know it's true. She's like a part of it. It's not like she's forcing it, you know, or she's in it. She's a part of it. You know what I mean? And yeah, that should be called out because, of course, there's a victim got doxing and stuff, got harassed online and stuff. That's bad. But on the Hoyo side, we got our favorite VA, which is the Skirk VA and the Aglaya VA. Which the Skirk VA is so dumb, getting like hate and stuff because of crack shipping, like fake shipping, like she's and her boyfriends are in the game and they try to like ship their two characters, which is together, like Skirk and Rize. They're like the bosses or the boss or the cool looking guy, buff guy or something like that, because it's fun. You know what I mean? Like those guys are in relationship. You know what I mean? And of course, the Hoyo attacked them. The Hoyo shit attacked them because they said, "Oh, Skirk wouldn't date a guy like him. Oh, that's bad. We don't want that in our community or our Skirk." That's not an official relationship. That is like an outside relationship, not created by Genshin at all. You stupid. And of course, the last one we got the Aglaya one, which is so another stupid takes, like career ending. Some guy try to end Aglaya career because she follow like what is it, controversy figure on X or Twitter, and they want to cancel her for that. Imagine your whole career almost ended because you just follow them. You know what I mean? Like assume and doesn't know why she followed or why she followed them or anything. They just said, "Oh wow, you're bad." Then just accuse whatever she is. You know what I mean? That's just like so dumb. And I'm pretty sure like yeah, those two are dumb, like dumb attacks. People who should like, I'm pretty sure Pastor like cover about the Luke English VAs. No, yeah, that's bad. But nobody call on, like literally nobody called the Luke ENVA at all.
Do you have a better idea? Because we need to do something to make up for the dry content patches. Oh, don't worry. Legion's Gaming got us covered. So that's right. If you have an issue with the patch.
I think this is a dumb take because if Wuthering Wave is like a story game, or yeah, if Wuthering Wave is a story game, sure, I agree with that. You know what I mean? But Wuthering Wave is a combat game. Legit is a combat game. You see there are kids, like so many kids and so many like skill and stuff. Like if you say take Genshin for example, Genshin just like E, Q, and just left out. That's it. Like do some of the basic tech, then just left out. Wow. In Wuthering Wave, you have to do like heavy attack, EE or spacebar, like you know, like so many different style of combat, and you try to say that and you try to hate people who wanting combat event. People want combat event because there's no combat event for 3 whole patch for a combat game. You know what I mean? It is a combat game. We should force Kuro to create a combat event because Wuthering Waves is a combat game. It's not just a story game. Like sure, their stories are good, but you finish that like one day or yeah, literally one day or one morning. Then you have the whole patch or the whole thing. It's just like that. There's nothing you can do with your characters unless you have to do the Wuthering Way or the TOA. That's it. And there's no combat event. You know what I mean? For 3 patch, whatever.
Gaming got us covered. So that's right. If you have an issue with the patch, just play another game. Because imagine playing a game with combat that looks like this and just thinking that's not the selling point for it.
Oh, the music, bro. The music is just crazy.
I'm butt ass naked to the women just be hitting my balls and shit. Hey, bro, watch your jet. Watch your jet, bro. Watch your jet!
Like, look at that. Whoa.
It's in
we don't talk about that. I see nothing. I see nothing from that.
interesting that I even feel the need to address this because I never thought that I would see a pretty significant amount of people in the wuwa community being okay with the patch only mainly featuring some story content. By no means am I saying that the story is bad. Of course, since 2.0, the story has been incredible and featured heart-wrenching moments, especially in 2.5, unless you have trouble paying attention. 2.6 featured a lot of great themes of sacrifice,
7 out of 10.
and Yuno became one of the more interesting characters in Wuthering Waves. Even if you don't like the plot, the storytelling is as good as it gets, but it's alarming to know that so many people are quick to defend Wuthering Waves just because it's better than another game. When you pull a character, you want to use them as much as possible to get your money's worth. There's only so much running around you can do, especially with basically nothing to do in co-op, which I hope that Ananta takes advantage.
True, just like if you have a cool ass character like Gabrina or Yuno or Augusta, you of course you want to try out like in game, right? We got the TOA and the Wuthering Wave. What if you done both of them? You're not gonna be like really that bored to go do that thing again without any reward, right? That's why we need a combat event because the TOA reset like once a month or once per 4 weeks. Same with Wuthering Waves. If you complete both of them, that means you have nothing to do but like farming your your next character or something like that. That's just so dumb because you have not like we need to test out our character. You know what I mean? Well, you can say the hologram is for that, but come on. Like I would say if people like still fine without any combat event for 3 whole patch in a combat game, that's just cool. That's just shielding. That's like a massive shielding. And if Kuro Game would see like a mass majority like still liking it without any combat event, they would do something like Honkai Star Rail, which they just like add a bunch of mini games, and Genshin just add a bunch of mini games without any combat event. You know what I mean? They would do the same thing as Hoyo because I'm pretty sure creating like a mini game is like much more easier than creating a combat event.
I will say that Wuthering Waves getting better was something that I did not expect. HP deflation is a very rare occurrence in gacha, so make sure to live in the moment while you can.
Well, I'm pretty sure this is got fractured by Saint Totas. Of course, yes, this Wuthering Way is like much more easier and much more clearable with any other like any team at all. With I mean like in this version, like any team, you can clear, you can get like 2K. Like this for me, my first try in the last version, in the last one, I was like 1K or 1.5K. Then this one, it was like 2K and almost 2.2K. You know what I mean? So of course people are gonna glaze it, but people thought it was like HP deflation or maybe like the burning waves like increases, you know, because in the 2.5 reset, people are complaining about the burning wave, which is like really slow. You know what I mean? It's really slow, and also the golden token too. But by Saint Tontas said by Saint Tontas is because the mobs and the monster it's just like standing still. So if the monster is just standing still, you're gonna have like much more damage on them because they're not gonna dodge your attack and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like for example, Kamea, you just like spinning around and imagine those mobs. It's not gonna like spin around like the chop head. It just like stay inside the middle. So Kamea is gonna dish out a bunch of like enemies inside it and dish out a bunch of damage and points, and also going to the burning wave much more faster since you deal damage and also kill the enemy. You know what I mean? So yes. So practically people thought it's HP deflation and a burning wave like increase, but it's not. It's just like the mobs. It's just standing still. It's not. There's no more chop head.
Although I think that generalized tokens shouldn't have a specific scenario to be triggered, if you do have the AoE character that's being hardcore shield, then you'll have a great time, but it's still not perfect. In fact, it's probably the worst endgame mode in Wuthering Waves, so it is what it is. You know what? I'll take Deadly Assault or the Battle Tower over Wuwa. In Deadass, you click your buttons and see how much damage you can do. That's already better. The bosses don't ever die, and you get a score when the timer goes out based on your performance. This would be so much better in Wuthering Waves, so I don't see why they don't just copy it. There's nothing wrong with that. I guess you...
Well, yeah, I kind of agree with that one. I think I kind of agree with that take. I like playing Deadly Assault. Like legit, I like playing Deadly Assault. But yes, Deadly Assault is like a good type of game mode or end game. You just have one big boss and have a bunch of HP and not gonna die unless you E6 someone or like they really sweating the fuck out. But nobody gonna do that. They just get the reward and stuff. But yes, I love that. Well, I would say Wuthering Waves is just like a casual friendly. I would say Wuthering Waves is like a game mode or end game mode that you just shut your brain off and just like then just like spinning around. Like something like that. You know what I mean? Like it's just like a casual. It's more like casual because the monster wouldn't like attack you or doing some crazy ass move compared to the TOA or the Deadly Assault. You know what I mean? But sure, yes, Wuthering Waves should do that. But do not. The one thing I would say do not do is like boss shielding or like buff shielding, and also do not make any boss like invulnerable. You know what I mean? Like in the DA, the ZZDA, like some boss is okay, but the newer boss, it basically bro, it's like immune for 10 whole second or like 15 second. So this doing the 10 second or 15 second, you cannot do anything. You know what I mean? So in order to repay those 15 minutes, you have to dish out more damage, which is mostly of course focus on the buff, also focus on the newer unit. So the newer unit gonna dish out some more damage. You know what I mean? Just don't let the boss any like immunity at all. I just hate it.
You could say the battle tower is like the holograms, but they should do something to increase the replayability of those things because they are the best endgame in WUWA. In fact, the time between these other endgame resets needs to be shortened in general because remember, WUWA is a combat game, not a story game. Therefore, the hardest combat you have to offer needs to be updated frequently, and I'm sure it's not very difficult to do so. Having to wait a month to do TOA has made me not even care about the reset sometimes, and I even forget to do it. It's not like Wuthering Waves doesn't have it in them. We aren't talking about a Hoyoverse game. Kuro has shown us that they know how to make a fun combat mode, like that co-op event where you fight a boss with other people that I only played to...
Okay, before we go to this, yes, I think Wuthering Waves should reduce it to 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but Yeah, I'm pretty sure most people are gonna enjoy it because you're gonna have some more event and stuff, like more things to do, and also get more rewards, right? Because right now you have to wait for literally a month to wait it to get the same reward come back. You know what I mean? So reset for 2 weeks, you're gonna get more rewards and much more content. I would say why people are complaining about the combat event because there's nothing to do. That you did the end game and then you had to wait for a month, which is almost equal to a whole patch. You know what I mean? So you literally had to wait a whole month not doing anything because you already complete your Wuthering Waves or TOA. Well, I would say if we reduce it to 2 or 3, I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna complain at all because there's already a combat event or combat end game ready for you right there. Just wait for 2 more weeks. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure Wuthering Waves content creator like myself would enjoy it because, of course, there's more content you can do, like 2 TOA like a month instead of 1 TOA a month. You know what I mean?
See other people get one shot. But what's even more disappointing?
I think my problem, I never fully trying this at all because I remember this one. I remember this one. It just like feels so, I would say, bad because I played by myself instead of doing co-op. You know, and that time I literally have like I just started the game. You know, I just like imagine you just started the game and your combat event is this, that you need to have a decent build or a good build in order to defeat this. And I just come back and we just shove it on your face. Play this right now. And so of course you're gonna use the trail characters, right? But the problem with the trail characters is I didn't know how to use all of them. That's the problem. I would say that's a me issue because I just started the game back then, and they just shove you inside right here. They just a personal issue.
Then that is the absence
But I
of
will
one of
say
the
it
most
looked fun.
beloved combat
when is
events
this?
ever. Have you ever thought about the fact that there are some people who have never even played the Elusive Realm? Because the last time that we even had the realm was in June. We are now about to be in October. Do you want to let that sink in for a minute? The gacha game.
Wait, what is the Elusive Realm again? Is it that book or the film thingy, or is that or is that the? Yeah, I forgot.
Most notorious for its combat mechanics,
You
has
know, I
not
don't
had
remember
its
other
most
names.
beloved
I'm bad
combat
at
event
name
since
remembering.
June of 2025. There should be no conversation about when it's coming back because it should just be permanent. And I am not talking about Dreaming Deep. If they wanted to pull a Hoyo, they should just make this mode permanent before the Elusive Realm to give us the opposite of what we ask for, because that's exactly what Hoyo would do. Specifically,
Yep. I would say that book event is more like a chore. I would say that's more like a chore. First, I thought it was like difficult because I literally deal zero damage, which that time I didn't know how to properly play the game. But once they fix it, it was like too easy. I wish this is how I play. That is literally how I play. I literally just set my chair like a sleeping position and just like play like that because I could literally use who's that, Kachona or like any character. They just like one shot of them, just do some basic attack, and all you do is just like double click, or you don't read because, of course, I'm a combat player. I don't want to read. I don't care about the story. Well, I'm pretty sure most of you guys like care about it, but I'm not gonna read the whole thing. It's too long. That's just me. I just like R F F R, then go to a combat, just like sleeping and just like one tap everyone. It's more like a chore. This to me is more like what is with Honkai style, the simulated universe. This look like sound like a simulated universe and the Divergent universe. It just feel like that. It feel like that. It's more like a chore that is like makes you want to play, like makes you think that you need to play or want to play this game mode because it gives asteroid and give pools, of course. That's what people force you, like Kuro Game want force you to play that.
With HSR and Genshin, these games also feature BS events that are just point and click for a couple of seconds and then get off.
You know one good thing about Wuthering Waves? If they actually have good event. They literally have good event. I'm not talking about after 2.4. Before like after 2.4 it's just going down here. Like what the hell is that? Tower Simulator game, the lower mini game, and I forgot what the 2.7 was. I literally forgot. Oh right, it's the vampire game. I would say the vampire games like I would say like more interesting to me compared to the other two, but prior to this we got the co-op event, we got the 2 bosses. I'm pretty sure like there in 2.4 there's like 2 bosses or 3 bosses like literally attacking you. It would look so fun, but I kind of miss it because I didn't play. I didn't have that time, or I literally thought like I thought that event would end after or before or one day before the before 2.5. So I literally waited until it just disappeared. That I would say that's one of my biggest regret in Wuthering Waves so far. It's not like trying this, and I would appreciate it. Wuthering Waves would literally all they have to do is just bring that game mode come back at a at like a Dutch counter or like a counter similar to the 2.4 event, which is like the capture flag one, similar like that, and just put inside the event and just change all the boss, put more HP and stuff, and then boom, big event, and just change the name to a big a cooler name. Then people would be happy. You know what I mean? Like people would be happy just rerunning those events. But Kuro somehow chose not to and put like weird ass with the events that look so boring, especially this stupid ass this Honkai Star is so bad right now because I hate this glass. I hate this thing. I hate this drinking ass event. I hate this alcohol. I don't want to mix drinks when I have so many characters to play with. You tell me what I have to do is just mix drinks and give to the customer. That's just bullshit. And they rerun it twice. That's the problem. They rerun it twice. They're so lazy to create a new one or a combat event. They had to rerun it. And also they rerun one more. What's that? The shooting, the Candy Crush and the shooting pigeon. Well, I would say the Candy Crush and the shooting pigeon was fun. Yeah, I was fun, but not this one.
But I don't know. You could argue that HSR's events are even worse because
also
all of these events look like something you would put on a TV at daycare. Also, I'm pretty sure.
Imagine you load up Honkai Star. What event do you think is gonna be? You're gonna think, oh, that's gonna be like a turn-based game or a turn-based event, like testing out your character or try out some new character. And this is all you got. Fucking Cookie Mama. Yep, fucking Cookie Mama, and build up your whole places. That event took me like 2 hours. I would say 2 hours or 1.5 hours. Literally just like laying down and just like, oh, so fun, so fun. Oh, so would you like to eat? Oh, let me bring that real quick.
Sure that Genshin created the picture taking events, which I'll never forgive them for because that's horsed shit. And if you have a life, that's fine, but you're not understanding why no content is a bad thing. When you put a certain amount of time or money into something, you want to see that investment be returned. When we aren't even getting a recycled combat event, that shows zero effort from Kuro. Once you're done playing the story in this patch, who is going to have fun logging on for 30 days straight or however long it is and just click a couple of buttons in the same order that you did yesterday? If you ever heard somebody say, just go play another game, I'm sorry you had to hear that. If they do go play something else, that game will be Ananta very soon. It's gonna be Silver Palace. or it's going to be Duet Night Abyss. One of those games,
Or
if not
CNZ.
all of them, will take pieces
CZN.
of this Wuthering Waves audience, because they are the same audience that did not want to put up with the Genshin bullshit. And then boom, just like that, wuwa has the same Twitch viewership as ZZZ. Ooh, okay. Maybe not that low, but you get the point. Even if you are completely free to play, think
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most people move away from Genshin because they don't want to take pictures. Like legit, I don't want to take pictures and exhaust us from like literally. And the one thing that keeping me from playing Genshin back is the exploration. It's just so bad. And I after playing Wuthering Wave, after playing Wuthering Wave, or you can say ZZ, it's like no. Let's not count ZZ. After playing Wuthering Wave, it's like you can't fly, you can't swim, you can't like sprint, armor, what much you want, not in combat, and you go back to straight up to Genshin. You are literally. It's like it feels so bad. Wow, Wuthering Wave, you have wall climb and flying and like grabbing hook and stuff, and you go and try to go back to Genshin, or you do. Oh shit, I'm out of energy. Whoa. Yeah. Enjoy. Literally, if I want to do exploration in Genshin, I would just hire someone. I'm pretty sure Filipinos or my Cambodian like companies or like individuals would like to do that. Maybe like $10 or $15 a map, according to how big the exploration was. I would do that. I wish they just pay them to do that because it was paid. Because yeah, it was paid, and also let them do my story too, because we don't talk about the story. It's
about
just so
all
bad.
the time you spent grinding in order to get Astrite, or farming to get echoes, and then going through all of that mental torture of upgrading these echoes that still give you flat defense in 2025. If you are dismissing every hiccup that Kuro has, then you wasted all of that investment. Because what if the game had no story moving forward from this day on? Obviously, wuwa won't be good forever, but I would rather it still be good by next week. Don't get me started on this open world that's extremely underutilized, because it would be great if you had something significant to do with the $400 girlfriend you just got. This is a problem in most gacha games, but there is no hidden areas to explore to give you some sort of wonder. It's really just looking at a gorgeous picture, because you hardly interact with the scenery at all. Maybe something like certain characters triggering a specific cutscene that is exclusive to just them could be a good start, or being able to get into specific boss fights for that unit. I think you get the point. This wouldn't cut into their precious revenue. In fact, this would probably incentivize more people to pull every character and get them playing for longer, because there would be that wonder of what would happen looming over your head. Like maybe if you're walking around in a certain cave with Kalcharo, you get a secret passageway to the new Federation, and it gets no official announcement by Kuro because they don't give a shit about him. By the way, I'm still waiting on that Kalcharo buff. The only way you see this guy being used is in one of those super sweaty YouTube showcases.
Hey guys, Kachara. I'm pretty sure another way to play Kachara is side clearing the left side and the right side tower.
So if you're a human, then there's zero use case for this guy on your account. But let's not draw any outlandish conclusions in our heads. Wuthering Waves isn't ass because of this. Kuro just needs to start prioritizing what makes their game great, and that's the combat. They can make the story as good as they want it to be, and for all I care, it could be the best story in all of gacha games. But what made this game popular had nothing to do with the story. After all, the first couple of stories that we had were awful. The game almost died because the voice acting might have actually been worse than the—
Yes, Wuthering Waves literally 1.0. I'm pretty sure I quit at 1.1 because my phone couldn't handle it. And yes, I would say the story is not the hook of majority people. Like legit, I'm sure most majority people hooked up Wuthering Waves to escape from Genshin. One, which is me, escape from Genshin. Another one is the combat. You know what I mean? So most people or most content creator, mostly when they first started, they would do a bit of story or not, or maybe they just skip because at that time, Wuthering Waves is is like literally have a skip button. I'm pretty sure Wuthering Waves is the first game to have a skip button in the story game. But to me, in 2.0, there's no skip button at all. I don't know why it just disappeared. But yeah, jokes aside, it's like it's that bad because according to me, in 1.0, I just like skip the whole story and just like, oh, how can I play this character? How can I play this rover and stuff, like do this basic attack, heavy attack and stuff, like just it's so cool. So it like this is a combat like Wuthering Waves is a combat game. They even said that inside their live stream they focus on combat and not having a combat event inside a combat game. It just sounds so off. And people tell you to like leave and stuff or play other game. If people start to do that, that's gonna make Wuthering Waves doesn't have returning player or like lose trust from player. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I literally can leave when there's dry patch. Of course you can leave, but once I leave, there's a less likely chance I'm gonna come back. You know what I mean? Unless you're hooked or like one suck hold your dicks, then you come back. But most people, they would leave, and then if they found another game like Ananta or like United Bears or like Enfield, I would say Enfield, something like that. If they really have fun in enjoying them, they would less likely to come back to Wuthering Waves. You know what I mean? Because they'd be like, oh, so let's see what Wuthering Waves we went. Oh crap, no combat event yet. Well, I just skip a version. Then they just gonna skip until they just literally forgot about Wuthering Waves at all. I'm sure that's what literally happened in Honkai Star Rail because, bro, the event is all trash. What the fuck is this?
Story.
Like, what the fuck is alcohol mixing?
Dang, Rover! I'm fine too.
My take on the VA, I would say I'm not a type of person who listen at all. So I would not say I'm like the person to go to for a story at all. Because mostly I just skip. Same with Genshin Impact, same with Honkai Star. I would say Honkai Star I pay more attention. And I literally don't care about any VA or I'll be like listen and just like, oh okay, I get it. I literally don't like focusing like, is this good? Yeah, I don't know why I didn't have the ability to understand if the VA is good or not. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure in 2.0, they literally just revamped the whole voice line, the whole voice actor. So at 2.0, they'd be like, come on guys, come back. You have to do your job back again. Then just rework everything, and that is one thing like why Wuthering Waves shine, because they listen. And seeing no 3 version of combat event, and if Kuro in the next patch wouldn't have any combat event, that is just gonna lose people trust. People are gonna think, oh great, it's gonna become like Genshin Impact, which take a bunch of pictures or paintball gun without any like having event to try new characters, or Honkai Star Rail mixing alcohol and doing play Candy Crush and car racing. Like it would be fun only for like, I would say like the first hour or 2 hours. Then what's next? You have nothing to do. Like legit, you have nothing to do. So yeah, I'm hopefully Wuthering Waves or Kuro Game would listen and added a combat event in the next version, or maybe I'm just coping. They gatekeeping a combat event because maybe there's a boss fight. You know what I mean? That's just a copium.
I've never seen such a formidable tacit discord before, but Rover was able to completely defeat it. That's strange. This place isn't known to be so dangerous. Anyway,
So if you'll excuse me, I'm about to go play
I think I just have a bad taste. That sounds fine.
the better game. Because if you don't like this update, then you should just go play other games. I'm just kidding, by the way. I hope I can get to the point one day where people will just automatically know I'm trolling. Oh, okay, I almost forgot. Let's do this word of the day thing. Let's go with the term toxic positivity. Yeah, the pressure to stay upbeat no matter how dire one's circumstance is. A lot of the Genshin community has obviously fallen victim to this, and it is 100% a part of the reason why Genshin Impact is in the disaster that it is in currently. But let me know if you actually view wuwa as a story game. Oh yeah, go get some sunlight. Thank you so much for watching this far. If you have, you'll cute today. Peace.
Great video from the Gacha DT2. I'm literally having fun. This oh, excuse me, bro. 30, almost 40 minutes for a 10 video. Nah, I'm enjoying this too fun. Anyways, yes, the toxic positivity. I'm like, why would you defend? Like legit, why would you defend a game that's literally a combat focused game, and you defend that? Oh, having no combat event is okay, it's alright. They're just like toxic positivity. Yeah. To me, if there are critiques about this, it means they want to play the game more. You know what I mean? Like if I critique that Wuthering Waves should add a combat event, meanings that I want to like have a way or have a reason to play that game again, like playing Wuthering Waves and coming back, have a reason to come back. Or if they just like adding dark patch after patch after patch, people would leave and lose interest to that. So I don't want to lose interest in Wuthering Waves because I literally just spend all my life saving on those monies and stuff, and also I pay money on the characters and build those characters and spend all my time. I don't wanna let it go that easily. You know what I mean? That's why you can see everybody complaining and also like encourage Kuro Game to add combat event, because you already know combat is the reason why Wuthering Waves shine. Combat is the reason why Wuthering Waves outshine Genshin, Honkai Star, other gacha community, other gacha game. It's combat, and if there's no combat or reason to come back, why would they come back? To just like quit? That's it, and find a new better game like Azure Familiar. I'm pretty sure that game gonna come soon. So yeah, and telling people to leave or like ignoring their criticism, it's just like what an error. What an error. At least like listen to them and give your reason and stuff. You know what I mean? Not oh, I hear you, but just get out of here. Just get out from us. That is the same thing as ZZ. When people are complaining about HP inflation and stuff, they call you like skill issue and stuff. It's just like that. You just like, bro, leave out your trash, your tourists. You're not there for this. So everybody just leave. That's why the game is like slowing to dying. That's why the dev trying to make their play come back by saying thank you for staying with us the whole time and giving a free reward and the win skin, the petty win skin. You know what I mean? Anyways, I haven't realized this. This is a crazy ass pause. Anyways, that's all for today's videos. I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe to Gacha DG2. Bye bye.